So the first step is to prime the face. Actually, the first step would be to cover your eyebrows, but as you can see, I don't have any eyebrows in this clip, so I decided to skip ahead and apply my primer. Now it's time for color correction. You can use any orange product. I'm using a lip pencil here. I'm doing this to counteract the blue tones of my beard because it tends to show through a lot of foundation. Now it's time for the foundation. I'm using 4W by Kryolan as my skin tone, and I'm applying that to my beard line, down my neck, and on the perimeter of my forehead. And blending that out with a generic white cosmetic sponge. As you can see, I left the center of my forehead, my nose bridge, and under my eyes free of foundation because I'll be going in with another foundation in just a second. Now I'm using 1W by Kryolan and applying that to all the negative space I have created. I believe this is the second lightest color that Kryolan makes in their TV paint stick. Now I'm blending that out with a cosmetic sponge. The lightest, I believe, is 070, which is a white, which again looks really stark on my skin tone. 1W is the perfect color for me. And now I'm taking the sponge that had 4W on it, and I'm helping the blend look even more seamless. Now it's time to set the face. I'm using a mixture of Light by LA Colors and Super White by Kryolan, and I'm setting my highlight. Now I'm taking Neutral Set by Ben Nye, which is a colorless translucent powder, and I'm applying that to all my skin tone areas. Taking a fluffy brush, blend all the powder away to reveal a nice, smooth, matte canvas. Now I'm taking my highlight powder, which is the Light by LA Colors and Super White mix, and reinforcing the highlight under my eyes, on my forehead, and down my nose bridge. Now I'm taking Raisin by Ben Nye and a medium dense brush, and I'm going to apply this under my cheekbone. I like to pinch the brush because it gives me a more precise application, and now I'm blending the Raisin up into my highlight powder. Always blend your contour up, never down. If you blend it down, it will create the shadow in the wrong area, which will give you an appearance of looking like a beard. And I'm also applying that to my forehead as well. Now I'm taking Chestnut by Ben Nye. There's a lot of Ben Nye in this makeup, I just realized. And I'm applying that to the areas where I want my contour to be the deepest and to make my cheekbone pop out the most. And I'm also contouring my forehead with that as well. Now I'm taking the brush that I had used with Raisin and I'm blending the two colors together. Now using an orange blush by La Femme and a small fluffy powder brush, I'm applying that onto my cheekbones and around my forehead. And now applying more highlight powder on top to help it blend even more. I'm also going to apply that under my cheekbones to create a new jaw shape. Taking Raisin once again on the same brush, I'm going to contour my jawline. I know I don't have that strong of a jawline or that harsh of an Adam's apple, but I do like to give my face more of an oval appearance. Moving on to my nose contour. This is the death of me. I never do the same nose on any show. One show will be a thin nose, one show will be a thick nose, one show will be a short nose, one nose will be a fat nose. I can never get it right due to my nose being naturally crooked. So it takes me quite a while to get my nose contour perfect. As you'll see in the clip, I am actually checking my nose in the mirror behind my camera. Re-highlighting, re-contouring. It's a whole song and dance of my nose contour. Next up is eyebrows. I'm taking my Anastasia Dip Brow in dark brown and a stiff angled brush, and I'm just going to draw my eyebrow on. I like to start with my bottom line because it gives me a definite area where my eyebrow is going to be. Then I draw the top line, and then fill it in. Some girls like to use stencils. That's perfectly fine. It's not my preferred method. I've been drawing them on freehand for about 3 years now. Now I'm going to repeat the brow on the other eye. Brows are always the death of me as well, because I want my brows to be even, and I know my eyebrows will never be even due to my face being unsymmetrical. Now, eyebrow preference is up to you. You can draw the hairs in, or you can do an ombre brow or a block brow like I'm doing here. I prefer the block brow on myself. Now I'm taking Clown White, also by Ben Nye, and I'm going to clean up the bottom edge of my eyebrow. I like my eyebrows to be crisp and clean, or on fleek, as everyone says these days. Trying to make sure everything is perfect. If anything is perfect on my face, I always want my eyes and my eyebrows to be perfect. Yes, I'm a little anal retentive. Now I'm taking Super White, and I'm going to set the Clown White I just applied. Some girls like to do a natural tone highlight. I used to do that when I first started performing, but I like the stark highlight under the eye. It looks a little bit more stagey for me. Going back in and fixing up the brows. Making sure that Clown White is perfectly dry and set. Now I'm taking an eyeshadow by Urban Decay. I don't remember what eyeshadow this is, I'm sorry. And I'm going to set the eyebrows and make them a little bit darker to match my hair color. Once again, trying to get everything absolutely perfect. Moving on to eyeshadow, my favorite part of drag, I'm applying a purple shadow to my crease. This is Vibrant Grape by MAC. I like to start my crease in the inner corner of my eye, up by my eyebrow, take it across, and then wing that shape out. Yes, my eyes involve a lot of blending to make sure everything is once again perfect. Checking everything in the mirror. Picking up more product. Your crease color can be any color you want. It doesn't have to be purple. It can be brown. It can be orange. It can be green. It's all up to your preference. I use purple because it was the first color that I actually was able to learn how to do drag makeup with. So that's why it's always a go-to for me. But if you're new to drag makeup, I would recommend purple or even pink. Both colors give a softer appearance to the look. Making sure both of my creases are even. More blending. Now I'm taking a matte black. This is Roulette by ColourPop. I actually would not recommend this eyeshadow. Yes, it's pigmented, but it is difficult to work with if you have a brush. I'm just going to apply that to the base of my crease and blend that up into the purple. If you're looking for a great inexpensive matte black, I recommend the Makeup Geek Corrupt eyeshadow. It is the darkest black eyeshadow I have found to date. That and the NYX black. Either way, it's your preference. More blending. What we're doing is creating a cut crease look, leaving our lid completely open for color and keeping everything confined to the crease area. Going back in with the brush that had super white and reapplying to the highlight area. Making sure everything blends nicely. Adding more color intensity and blending again. A lot of my eye makeup is hurry up and blend. Have y'all ever noticed, though, that when you do your makeup, you can get one side looking amazing, and then when you get to the other side, it's like, mwah, mwah. Happens to me all the time. Jesus, I blend a lot. I never knew that. Taking Clown White, I'm painting that all over my eyelid. Some girls don't like a white eyelid. I tend to love it. It gives me the perfect base for glitter if I apply glitter. And it really makes the eyelid jump forward, so to speak. I'm making sure everything up to the outer corner is perfect. I don't care if the outer corner is 100% perfect because I'll be covering that with liquid liner a little bit later. Taking super white, I'm going to apply that to the Clown White again to make sure I get my white as white as it possibly can be. I am one of those people who likes color intensity, and I like my white to be white as possible, as white as snow. If I could put snow on my eyelid, I would. That sounded weird. Making sure everything is completely set. Redefining my crease with black eyeshadow, just in case any of the Clown White dulled our intensity. And making sure everything blends together. And again, making sure everything is 100% perfect. Now moving on to liquid liner. I like to start by plotting my first line, which is usually from my outer corner up towards my temple. Then I like to drag that line back into my eye. Then I start to fill in the shape. taking it from that outer corner across the eyelid. Yes, I do cover my whole mobile eyelid in black liner. This process will take you a while. It is a little bit time consuming, but it is so worth it. Once again, taking a matte black eyeshadow, I'm going to set the liner. This will give us the color intensity that we want, and will actually soften the look of the eyeliner. I know it sounds weird, but the effect is beautiful. And I'm going to take what's left over on that brush and apply that to my crease line. A lot of girls like to draw their crease on with liquid liner. I like to use the brush after setting the liquid liner because it has that perfect mixture of liquid and powder. It gives me the perfect intensity that I need for my eye. Once again, blending. Repeating the steps on the other eye for liquid liner, pulling the first line up from my outer corner towards my temple, then pulling that line back into my eye, then filling everything in. This is one of the things I'm very anal retentive about. I love for my liner to be perfectly even. And it stresses me out every time I do my makeup. Taking the black eyeshadow again and setting the liner to give us that intense but soft look. And then applying that perfect mixture into the crease. Oops. There it is. Once again, blending everything out. I know everything can't be perfect, but I strive for it, so everything will be perfect for me. There have actually been several times where I've taken my makeup off and have not gone out because I didn't like the way it looked. Ask a lot of my drag sisters, they really make fun of me about it. But yeah, just going back and making sure everything looks perfect. Brushing away the black fallout and reapplying my highlight powder. Now it's time for glitter. Yay, glitter! I love glitter. I'm using the Clearly Liquid Glitter Base and Share Glitter in size 3, both from Lit Cosmetics. And I'm drying that with a hairdryer because I am lazy. I love this glitter because it looks beautiful on stage and it has that perfect holographic reflect. Repeating the steps for glitter on the other eye. It's just not drag without glitter. Now it's time for the bottom liner. I like to start by drawing underneath my bottom lash line, and I am so sorry I am out of frame. I do that far too much. And then I also apply it to my waterline. And I'm creating a small point in my inner corner. I usually don't do anything in the inner corner because it makes my eyes look a little too inset, if that makes sense. Now I'm setting that with a black eyeshadow to make sure it doesn't smear or smudge throughout the night. Like I said, blend everything into where it needs to go. Making sure that inner wing is, again, perfect. Taking a Q-tip and cleaning it up. And repeating those steps to the other eye. Starting by lining underneath my lash line. Filling in my waterline and creating that inner point in the inner corner. Setting it with black eyeshadow to once again make sure it doesn't smear or smudge throughout the evening. Lining my lips with the lip liner by Cinema Secrets. I don't remember the name. Sorry, guys. I'm overdrawing my top lip to make it appear fuller. And then I will slightly overdraw my bottom lip to make sure everything looks proportional. Applying mascara to make sure my lashes are dark. Now time for placing the lashes. I don't like wearing lashes, but it's necessary for drag. I apply them at an angle, and I'm applying 199s. And shaping them with a handle of a brush. And applying a Kat Von D liquid lipstick in Outlaw. To finish off the look, I make sure to blend away my highlight powder and contour powder and make sure everything is 100% seamless. Hope you all learned something, and remember, today may be dark, but tomorrow's a new day. Always find your light. Bye, guys.